What movie do you absolutely love, yet acknowledge is not a super well-made movie? The Replacements, Pain Heals, Chicks Dig Scars, Glory Lasts Forever, the Underworld movies. All of them. Pure, perfect early 2000s leather-covered trash, Bill Nighy being a Bill Nighy vampire. Kate Beckinsale going about Kate Beckinsaling. Everything just so blue and moody and blue, such beautiful trash, Overboard, with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, The Dishes Are Done. Man, anyone remember Mystery Men? Edit thanks for the upvotes y'all, 13 Ghosts. What an awesome concept, with actual lore. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, the plot was so full of holes that it just stopped making sense. Once you leave that behind it's extremely entertaining and so awesomely bad. How Rose Lindsay overlooked all of the illegal shit happening I'll never know. Anaconda. Jon Voight's wink at the end? Classic, edit, loved the sequel too. Doesn't matter there aren't any anacondas in Borneo. Facts don't matter in these movies, were you aware this was a remake? In the original the audience had to wear special glasses that allowed them to see the ghosts on screen. This idea was incorporated into the plot for the later movie. I read the book before I saw the movie and that was a huge mistake. The book was actually terrifying unlike the film. Roadhouse is objectively a ridiculous movie but I love it. Swayze could make things work that never should have worked. Now and Then. I know it's an oversimplified gender swap Stand By Me and the casting choices for the adult version of the characters were a bit questionable, but goddamn I love that movie. It came out when I was close in age to the kids at a time when adventure movies featuring girls weren't super common. And the young actors, and brief appearance of Brendan Fraser, were so good. Oh man, do I love Congo? It's really not good. The script is hilariously terrible. There are a lot of great actors in it who seem to know what kind of movie they're in, and a few not so great actors who don't. We used to watch this with Anaconda for a When Animals Attack drunk double feature in college. Demolition Man, for whatever reason, one of my local TV stations used to air this movie every Easter Sunday, so whenever I see it I remember family get-togethers at my nana's house, plus, watching Wesley Snipes say, "Cold as Haagen-Dazs." Always makes me laugh. For whatever reason, one of my local TV stations used to air this movie every Easter Sunday. A persecuted man is resurrected to save everyone. What more reason do you need? Everyone knows Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I think you just made Demolition Man an official Easter movie. I still have real affection for Mortal Kombat, 1995, even though I admit half of the movie looks like deleted scenes from Xena Warrior Princess. Those are $500 sunglasses asshole, this is the part where you fall down. Extra flops dramatically to the ground, where do you get these guys? This movie was also my first introduction to Bridget Wilson. Didn't even know she literally was just finished filming Billy Madison when she was brought into the set until years later. I don't care what anyone says about this movie. It was definitely a successful video game movie in the 90s. Here is Sub-Zero. Now, plain 0-inch, what happened to Buzzsaw? He had to split, but I'm going to live to see you eat that contract. But I hope you leave enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram into your stomach and break your goddamn spine. Iconic. One of my favorite Arnie movies, Evolution, 2001. It's an impressive mix of contrived, slightly problematic, and ridiculous, but somehow it just works for me. I think it's mainly because I think Orlando Jones is amazing in anything he's in. Arnold Schwarzenegger's 1987 masterpiece Running Man. There's no finer example of late 80s dystopian cinema, no better example of Schwarzenegger making a film work when it had no business working, no film closer to the pure joy of the early 90s show American Gladiators. You can actually see the stunt props in the final film. It was as if Running Man was entirely shot and edited by a coke-addled Paul Michael Glaser thinking he was still playing Starsky. My fellow Redditors, if you have not immersed yourself in the moving picture intellectual orgasm of Running Man, you have not truly lived. Waterworld. I know, there are huge plot holes and some major plot lines just don't make any sense at all, but it's still an entertaining movie and the parts that make any sense are very well done. Plus Costner, I will always love that movie. It's so whack, but just the best villains ever. And the fact that their home base is the Exxon Valdez is just God, I love that movie. Robin Hood Prince of Thieves. I king love that movie. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, Kevin Costner is ridiculous in it and we get his accent comes and goes. But Alan Rickman is incredible and I absolutely adore Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio as Maid Marian. It's a great movie. George of the Jungle. It's an iconic movie of my childhood but seems to have just fallen through the cracks for so many. It was stupid, silly, and even for what it was just a rather weak movie, not an outright bad movie, but not iconic, as I view it. Then Brendan Fraser added his charm to it. Very few could have had such a transformative effect on a movie in my opinion. Edit. Thanks for the awards.